The second case is changes in technological coefficients. Changes in the technological coefficients often reflect changes in the state of technology. If fewer or more resources are needed to produce a product such as speaker or stereo receiver, coefficients in the constraint equations will change. These changes will have no effect on the objective function of an LP problem, but they can produce a significant change in the shape of the feasible solution region, and hence in the optimal profit or cost. The figure on the right illustrates the original high note sound company right here, and as well as two separate changes in technological coefficient in B and C. In figure A, we see that the optimal solution lies at point A, right? That was the point, right, where you produce only stereo receivers than the other things. You should be able to prove to yourself that point A remains optimal in figure B, despite a constraint change from 3x1 plus 1x2 to 2x1 plus 1x2. So this technician's constraint changed now 2x1 plus 1x2 less than equal to 60. So due to technological improve, you don't have to spend as much for x1 technician's time as much before, then it became like this. So um, it became less steep, right? So from 20 to 30 it changed and the slope became less steep. And however, the objective function stays the same, and this 0.20 is the highest point that where you can make a profit. So this one does not change uh, uh, your solution. Now let's go to figure C. Uh, in here, changes in circle's coefficient. Here you see the coefficient for the electrician's constraint changed from 4x2 to 2 plus from 4x2 over here, 4x2 to 5x2, right? So for some reason you need to spend more for electricians, and stereotype requires more hours for electricians, and that happened, and as a result it became less steep here, right? And uh, in this sense, what is going to happen to uh, your solution? And objective function stays the same, and we realize that the um, this point is giving you higher profit than this point, and so solution changed from point B to point G. That's what happened uh, in this case. So it's not point F or point C, but point G because it's higher than that, and objective function is maximizing the profit in point G, right? So we see that what can we find in these changes in technological coefficient? Um, we see the objective function does not change, so we can just move isoprofit line as it is, and may change the shape of the feasible region, as we saw that originally it looked like that. However, as the technological advancement happened, the slope can be changed, steeper or less steep, and the feasible region, the shape and size can change, and may cause a change in the optimal solution, right? Not all the time it changes. In case B, it did not change at all, but in case C, it changed. It did change the process, and that's what happened here in C.